twice, I forgot to ask you. Enhance, I know. So Izzy, I share a few. Izzy, you said you did best by avoiding distractions, and that helped you throughout the whole process. I like that. Punctuation, Noah. Noah said punctuation because I never used periods or exclamation points, and now I use them where I'm supposed to. I use periods to help me when I'm pausing, and exclamation points when I was excited. Do you feel like it was easier to read? Yes, absolutely. Okay, Brianna, rereading was your goal, and it helped you when you were publishing. What happened when you reread your essay yesterday? So you missed a letter, and simply rereading it helped you catch that. Remember, we always revise, even when we're publishing. It's an ongoing process. Riley, listen to this language. Riley said, I firmly believed that I improved mostly on elaboration and adding concrete words. It happened because it's one of my goals, and I worked hardest on it. While I was focusing, it was right in front of me to help me out when I wanted to be challenged. Whoa, Riley. It was like a teacher wrote that. It was awesome. Okay, Jake, elaboration. I agree with you. Jake, no more minimum, right? You added to your personal essay, and it really enhanced that. I like that. Be proud of yourself. L, my personal goal that I improved on the most when crafting my personal essay was using precise and exact words. I did this by taking out boring words and filling them in with precise and exact words. I made this goal for myself because I felt like my essays and stories needed to be spiced up with word choice. Wow, excellent job. And I have to share Brianna C's too, because you said you added a little humor into your essays. And she included the little humor about what, Brianna? The camel hump day. That was funny. You know, sometimes when your essay can do that, it does make it fun. Okay, so excellent job. Today, what I want you to do is to look up at our objective. I've underlined 2 important words today. Okay? Persuasive essays. And I want you to think about that. Okay, I want you to think about that. What do you already know about persuasive essays? Okay, I want you to turn to your partner and share. What do you think you already know? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So many things that we already know about persuasive essays. Riley, will you share with me what you were saying?
That persuasive essays, you're trying to tell someone you're trying to make them get your idea, understand, or want to know more, or even want your opinion, choose their opinion over others.
Great. Today, when we work on our objective, Riley, just like what Riley was explaining to us, persuasive essays fall under opinion essays. And today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be able to explain what a persuasive essay is, and we're going to start generating ideas based on our background knowledge. We have a lot of it. Okay, boys and girls? Yesterday, when we finished personal essays, we crafted great personal essays. They involved our opinion. We supported that with evidence from our own life. Today, when we start writing persuasive essays, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use evidence from research, evidence from text, because if we're trying to convince somebody of something, we need to be able to support it. With our personal essays, could people really argue with what we were saying? No, because it's what we feel. My essay was ready to do the impossible. Okay, I supported it with ideas from my life, and you couldn't really argue whether my ideas were wrong or right. Gabe, you did never give up. I couldn't really argue with Gabe because he used his own life stories to support that. Okay? Today, when you write persuasive essays, your friends might not agree with you. It could be kind of fun. Jacob saw the objective earlier, and Jacob, what did you say? Read all day. He's going to try to persuade me that we need to read all day. Okay? How many of you would have thought Jacob would do that? Exactly. okay? When you feel strongly about something, that's what crafts these great essays. And that's what we're going to work on today. Kids are usually really good at persuasive essays. But just like that example that I used with my own son, Luke, you have to pick ideas where you are educated, where you can back it up with text. Because if you don't, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to convince somebody. So yesterday we were content with just using our own experiences. And today we're going to step it up. Just like we did with personal narratives, and we went to realistic fiction, our writing grew. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take personal essays and we're going to go to persuasive essays. Some examples. Cats are better than dogs. Could you write an essay about that? Weekly Reader the other day. I wasn't too fond of the article in the Weekly Reader, but it was the video games. And the video games can make you smarter. And I told you I was not going to take that Weekly Reader home to show my kids. But could you write a persuasive essay to try to convince somebody of that? And you could use that as evidence. We also read another article in the Weekly Reader about, was it Canada? There was a country that has banned you cannot miss school for vacation. The UK. How interesting would that? I mean, you could either take a stance for or against that. So today, when we look at our objective, you're going to think carefully about essays. Okay? You're going to think carefully about persuasive essays, and you're going to start generating ideas. What we have decided to do in 4th grade with this unit, with persuasive essays, is we are going to weave in social studies. So what we are going to do is we're going to think about our core democratic values. So each of you all have a sheet of core democratic values that we're learning about in social studies. You are going to use these beliefs to take a stance on 3 different topics that we give you. Now, your friends might not agree with you. We talked the other day about, even with writing our personal essays, it's not about please, 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 believe me. That's not going to get anybody to believe you, right? You're going to have to sound educated. You're going to have to think about that. If you want someone to believe you, you're going to have to really pull in evidence, and the core democratic values are going to help you. Persuasive essays. To get started, we need to be able to define both, okay? We already know that what a personal essay is, okay? A personal essay is written to support big ideas in the world with evidence from our own lives, okay? One big idea, never give up. Riley, yours was stop bullying, wasn't it? Izzy, what was your big idea?
Mine was to, I hate snow.
Yeah, she doesn't like snow. I was like on board with that. Okay? The thing that's different about a persuasive essay when we define it is the word convince. You're not just stating your views. You are going to now try to convince somebody to take your view on your big idea. So it's written to convince others to do something or think a certain way about your big idea with evidence from your real life. Your big idea is like your seed. Can you pick a watermelon, Jacob, when you do this? No. What happens if you don't choose a precise big idea? If you had a watermelon, what would happen to a persuasive essay? Just like anything you write, what might happen? Juliet. What would happen if you didn't narrow your topic down even on a persuasive essay?
Then, like, you have too much details and they forget about the reasons because they're just reading their story.
They wouldn't be able to focus on that big idea. That was a beautifully crafted answer. I like that. She said you would have too many of something and they wouldn't be able to focus. So today you need that focus. We are going to do the same structure with our persuasive essay as we did with our personal essays. Okay? We are going to still exactly the same as we did last time. We're going to organize around a big idea. Okay? We're still going to begin our big idea with an opinion, a point of view. Okay? Our big idea is going to be developed across the whole text. Every paragraph we write, just like with our personal essay, is going to be about our big idea. When we end, we're gonna do the same thing. Connect it to our big idea. Let's try that again. Connect it to our
Big idea.
Big idea. Okay? This is what's different. We're gonna, it's written to convince readers to agree with the big idea. So this is the only part we're changing. So with this time around, we're not going to use our index cards. We're not going to have to use our folders. We already know the structure of these essays. There's just one thing that's changing. So tomorrow, we're already going to what's called a flash draft. Tomorrow, we're already going to draft. So today, your goal is going to be to generate those ideas quickly and fast, so tomorrow you're prepared. Tonight, you're going to want to think about these things at home. Okay? If you want to research some of these things, you can. But you're going to need to come tomorrow ready to draft because you already know the structure. I'm going to read you a sample persuasive essay that I found. It is called Why Not Air Dry? If you look at this essay, how many paragraphs are in this essay? Show me with your fingers. Okay, how many do you have? I see 4 and I see 5. It's hard to see from back there. There's actually 5. Same structure as our personal essay. We just got finished writing 5. An introduction and a conclusion and supporting it with 3 reasons. We're going to do the same thing. This is called Why Not Air Dry? That's a catchy title. Instead of paper towels, many public restrooms have installed hot air hand dryers. I think our school would benefit by investing in automatic motion sensing hand dryers. They're pretty cool. Have you ever seen them where you stick your or under? First of all, this automatic hand dryer is very sanitary. Instead of pulling on a lever that has been touched by a large number of students, users can just stick their hands under the air dryer. No germs can get on them because there is nothing to touch. Just think about the attendance, just think how the attendance rate would improve. Kids wouldn't get sick from the germ-infested paper towel dispensers we now use at our school. Does this 4th grader sound intelligent right now?
Yeah.
Absolutely. In addition, if we buy this automatic hand dryer, we will save the school budget in trees. I have noticed that there is a terrible waste of these paper towels. Students continuously pull on the level, dispensing towels that they do not really need. How annoying to find the dispenser empty. Our custodian is called several times a day to bring in bundles of replacements just because some kids are wasteful. Second reason. Sound intelligent?
Yeah.
Finally. What kind of word is finally? Transitional word. Our bathroom is a paper towel mess. That sentence ends with an exclamatory, or it's an exclamatory sentence. There are always piles of paper towels on the floor. Sometimes the extra fall from the dispenser unused. Many times kids bunch their used paper towels into a ball and aim for the basket. But if they miss the target, the paper ball stays on the floor. Sometimes the towels are even tossed to the ceiling. I don't even know whether to say this or not. Like spitballs? Oh. Boys and girls. I mean, right now when I'm reading this author is doing a nice job of convincing me. Finally, to conclude it, saving money, keeping kids healthy, and helping our school stay clean are good reasons for hand dryers. Let's install them as soon as possible. Very similar to a personal essay, but this is a convincing essay. Okay? Boys and girls, when you craft these essays today, you are going to have to use every strategy that we've learned so far. You are responsible, Rosie, for all of your strategies. Okay? All of your strategies. How do you do your strategies? Oh, that was, I think we're under some, we're a little shy today. That's not how we do it. How do we use our strategies? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, automatically. Okay, if you use them automatically, they become a habit. Okay, and that's why your goals are in your folders. What I want you to do is to look at the objective today. Okay, I want you to put it in your own words. And I want you to tell